Welcome back to SFA News Live. Now, you heard Phil Kafarakis talk about what's called Incubator Alley that's here. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why it's so important to actually not only showcase these people and their products, but also be that juice, if you would, for incubation for the food industry. With me, Ron Tanner. Ron, talk to me about Incubator Alley. What role does it play, and what's SFA's commitment to these new entrepreneurs? I mean, I'm meeting people who are, barely out of college. Some, started food companies when they were in high school. So we're getting a whole new generation of people who care about food.
Yeah, definitely. We've turned Incubator Alley into Incubator Village.
Yes,
so we've had the alleys.
That was last year.
We've had the alleys before and had 2 incubators. Now the village has 11 incubators. And incubators are really helping people get into the food business. One of the nice things about the food business is you can get into it without a lot of capital. If you have an idea and if you have a t-shirt, you can make it and you can go out there and you can start to sell it. And there's incubators all around the country that are helping people do that.
In fact, yesterday we had the Hatchery on SFA News Live, and she was actually describing all the things that they can help with. Whether it's getting financing, the regulations, and it's very different than when you and I first started our careers in food, where basically somebody had an idea, they bootstrapped it, they didn't have all these resources available to them that could help them succeed.
Yeah, the resources are very, very important, and one of the reasons we want to kind of own this incubator space is they're all still working alone. So the Hatchery is helping people in Chicago with their programs, but La Cocina in San Francisco is developing similar programs, and Cornell is developing similar programs, and they don't really have a community that they can go into and work together. And that's what we want to do. We want to start a village. Who knows, we might have an Incubator City, in a couple years. We just want to grow that so it can help companies grow their businesses.
So we're going to have the Javits Center build another building for Incubator City for
Incubator City. It could be a tent city.
It could be a tent city. You're right.
Never know.
Right.
Doesn't have to be permanent.
Erika Sipos is with us. Erika, talk to us about some of the incubator products that are up there this year. I remember last year, I went, I tasted a lot of new foods. I talked to the people from Drexel, my alma mater, as well as some of the other universities. And the stuff that they're working on is fabulous and interesting, and they're not just coming at it from here's a great new tasty blank. They're concerned about the world, the impact on climate, how to use resources. So give us the 101, and it'll get more people up to Incubator Village.
Well, doubling back on your question to Ron about what we're doing to help these incubators and the companies come forward into the food industry. So some of these products that we're seeing, I think because they're part of an incubator or a food innovation university company, is they're not afraid to maybe even dive a little bit further into trying new things.
Right.
For instance,
they don't know what they don't know.
They don't know what they know. So they have this community to support them. For instance, we have the first whitefish jerky coming out of the Pacific Northwest that's upcycling the botanicals from a gin-making process. So they have this social consciousness where they're bringing in this product that otherwise would be, a wasted product.
Yeah.
And they're using little bits of fish that would not make it to a plate.
Have you tasted it?
I have.
And
it's fabulous. So you really get the juniper berries from the gin-making process, and the fish comes through, but it's a good balance. It's really a lovely product. There's also something really interesting coming out of La Cocina called a cuckoo, which is a traditional Persian torta. So it's an egg omelet with some sauces. It's a snack to-go product, and it's got a great shelf life. And the woman is of that background, so she can speak really highly to that product, and it's near and dear to her heart.
Yeah. Well, that's I think. And to both of you, that's what I think the Fancy Food Show brings, where you see exhibitors here who have created their product, they're passionate about their product. I remember on last year's retailer panel, and we were talking to the retailers, what do you look for as you go up and down the aisle. And Kathy Strange from Whole Foods says, I look for the passion of the person. I can see 1,000 products, but I know that if there's somebody who's producing it who's really passionate about it, that product is going to be successful. That's a product that I want to sell. So what else is up there?
So there's a freeze-dried ice cream that's coming out of Cornell University, and there's a berry farmer there who is trying to do it like a value-added product with her produce.
So when you talk about freeze-dried ice cream, so it's hard and shelf-stable?
It's soft. A little bit flaky, crispy, and soft. So she's incorporated dairy into her berries, and it's ice cream, but it's not cold. It's something you can carry in your bag. So this is a brand new product. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, no, I haven't either.
So it's a very interesting product.
So the bottom line is we all have to head up to Incubator Village and make it into Incubator City. And also, I think one of the things that's most important, and we saw it yesterday with the Sophie Awards when we did our Facebook Live there, being able to talk to these people, and not only about their product and their story, but really to be able to see the food industry from their lens, I think is just so important, because the lens that we have is very different than a new entrepreneur who's never been in the food business before. We're hearing more and more of those stories, and we're attracting more and more new talent like that to the food world. And I think that's so great. And for SFA to create this village for these incubators to be able to crosstalk with each other and just be able to share ideas, are fabulous.
Well, we've also created for the buyers, because the buyers are always looking for what the new products are. We have our new brands on the shelf, which we've had for several years, but the buyers love coming up there and seeing these new products. It's exciting for them. So we're helping the incubators, but also helping the buying community.
That's terrific. Well, kudos to you both for doing this. Keep up the great work. We'll head up with our cameras a little later up there. In the meantime, stay tuned. A lot more to come. We're here at Jacob Javits Center. We're monitors all over the place. You can see us on Facebook Live. You can see us on YouTube Live. And, of course, on the SFA website as well. We'll be right back.